We begin today's show in Britain, where a longtime socialist MP, Jeremy Corbyn, has just been elected leader of the opposition Labour Party after running on an anti-war, anti-austerity, pro-refugee platform. When Corbyn first announced his candidacy 3 months ago, oddsmakers put the odds of his winning at 200 to 1. But on Saturday, Jeremy Corbyn won in a landslide, receiving 59% of the vote. He'll succeed Ed Miliband, who quit after the Conservatives retained power in the May's elections. Corbyn addressed supporters at a victory celebration on Saturday.
This week, the Tories will show what they're really made of. On Monday, they have the trade union bill designed to undermine even the ILO conventions and shackle democratic unions and destroys another element of democracy within our society. We have to oppose that. They're also pushing the welfare reform bill, which will bring such misery and poverty to so many of the poorest in our society. I want us as a movement to be proud, strong and able to stand up and say, we want to live in a society where we don't pass by on the other side of those people rejected by an unfair welfare system. Instead, we reach out to end the scourge of homelessness and desperation that so many people face in our society. We're strong enough and big enough and able to do that. That is what we're about. There are many, many issues we face, and many people face desperation in other parts of the world. And I think it's quite incredible the way the mood in Europe has changed over the past few weeks, of understanding that people fleeing from wars, they are the victims of wars, they are the generational victims of war, they're the intergenerational victims of war, end up in desperation, end up in terrible places, end up trying to gain a place of safety, end up trying to exercise their refugee rights. They're human beings just like you, just like me. Let's deal with the refugee crisis with humanity, with support, with help, with compassion, to try to help people who are trying to get to a place of safety, trying to help people who are stuck in refugee camps, but recognise going to war creates a legacy of bitterness and problems. Let us be a force for change in the world, a force for humanity in the world, a force for peace in the world, and a force that recognises we cannot go on like this, with grotesque levels of global inequality, grotesque threats to our environment all around the world, without the rich and powerful governments stepping up to the plate to make sure our world becomes safer and better, and those people don't end up in poverty, in refugee camps, wasting their lives away when they could be contributing so much to the good of all of us on this planet. We are one world. Let that message go out today from this conference centre here in London.
After his victory speech, Jeremy Corbyn went to the refugees' welcome rally in London, where he called on the British government to do more to help refugees seeking safety in Europe.
The refugees move on, and there are whole generations of refugees around the world that are victims of various wars. It's those desperate people in camps in Lebanon, in Jordan, in Libya and so many other places. Desperate people trying to cross into Turkey and other places. They are all, in a sense, victims of wars. So surely, our objective ought to be to find peaceful solutions to the problems of this world.
Jeremy Corbyn has been a member of the House of Commons since 1983. He has a long